pretty much wearing like something.
I mean, yeah, like I would probably wear.
Which is pretty rock, I guess.
I would wear something, I guess, like what I'm wearing now. I mean, to me, it's like something skinny jean on the bottom, and some kind of like we've been wearing a lot of Doc Martens again, which are very popular, of course, but we also still rock like. I don't know, I'm really back into fashion sneakers. I like left sneakers behind for a couple of years and was starting to wear more like, you know, Oxfords or nice ankle boots, like leather, you know, that sort of thing. But I've got back in with fashion sneakers in a very expensive way. Like I have a pair of Miu Miu, like lime green sneakers, and if you told me I was going to be wearing those on stage a few years ago, I would have been like, no way. But I'm like, love them. And I just got a wonderful pair of a collaboration between Converse and Comme des Garçons, like a pair of sneakers that I love, and you know, like a leather jacket and a kind of like oversized T-shirt. That seems to be the silhouette that we're most drawn to right now on stage. And the leather jacket, Tegan makes fun of me all the time. I bought a whole bunch of expensive leather jackets that I'm embarrassed to say how much I spent on, and then I covet Tegan's that she got from H&M, and I think she spent $40 on it, and we fight over it backstage all the time. So that's generally sort of where we're at, you know, a leather jacket, oversized T-shirt, some skinny jeans, and
we've been doing a lot with the guys on stage too. We dress them almost exclusively from Top Man and H&M, and it was all light colored clothing because we're working with a lot of projections and a lot of movement on stage, so we use them as a moving backdrop almost. So we try to try to have some sort of light color on us as well, so that the projection, we stand out, because there's so much black equipment and stands and whatever on stage, and black does look best and sleek, and you photograph best in it, but you tend to blend in a bit, so we're trying to pop out of the stage a little bit more.
I love Band of Outsiders. I didn't even have to see the clothes. I just love the idea of the name. Like, I think we all see ourselves as outsiders, and then this idea of you sort of like, I don't know, joining this group of people, it seems very elite and very cool, and the clothes are great. There's always really cool stuff. I love that they have their line called Boy for girls. Like, I just like everything really appeals to sort of like the hipper, you know, more androgynous mindset. I think there was like a whole layer of shopping and kind of like a price bracket that I envied from afar for a really long time when we were just, you know, broke musicians coming up in the world. It was all still about secondhand clothes and, you know, just feeding the addiction, being able to buy a lot to sort of like, what do you call it when you're shopping, emotionally shopping? Your retail therapy. And I
think there were like a lot of years where we would have never been able to afford to buy any sort of designer.
But we still knew, like you would still see those things, and you would sort of, I guess, envy the people that were wearing them. And I think that as soon as we were able to sort of have more disposable income, it was sort of one of the big things that we changed about our lives. A lot of people buy cars or houses or, I don't know, weird Bengal cats or whatever it is that people have as luxuries. But for me, it was all about like, okay, I can now go out and buy clothes that I've sort of envied. And some of those brands, you know, APC jumps to mind, Acne, Band of Outsiders. A lot of the stuff was a little bit more androgynous. You know, it was sort of unisex and a little bit more structured. And I think because we're tomboys, sometimes like, not that some of the big stores like H&M or Topshop or Tegan loves Forever 21, sometimes you'll find great pieces, but it seems much more gender specific. You know, when you're going in the girls section, it's like all the kinds of clothes that girls wear or something. And I think that a lot of these other brands, they were just a little bit more in the middle.
Sarah and I were tomboys, and so back to school shopping was a really traumatizing event for us. Like my mom dragging us into the girls section, but knowing we wanted to be in the boys section, but knowing there was going to be some sort of social stigma attached to us because of that. Like there was so much confusion very early on for Sarah and I about how to, you know, be comfortable with what we were interested in. So, but I remember my mom finally breaking down and letting me buy these. It was a set. It was a pair of red sweatpants that had these like numbers on them or whatever, and then the corresponding shirt with it. And I remember negotiating with my mom. Like I have a very vivid memory of negotiating with her to wear it twice a week. But without, like, she would help me figure out which days that I could wear it on, so that I was never wearing it 2 days in a row and didn't look like you know, we were very, very, and being very like polite when I say we were like lower, like middle class, like we were probably even lower than that. But and so my mom always had like to keep us in check, you know, make sure we didn't go to school like filthy or anything like that. You know, she was a young mom and a student, and she wanted to make sure we looked good. So we negotiated the sweatpant outfit twice a week. But I just remember loving it. I remember feeling totally like myself in it, and I remember like the running shoes I had with it, like the whole thing. It just like really felt like me.
My mom used to also sew a lot of our clothes if we liked things that we saw on TV. I remember hammer pants, whatever you call them now, drop crotch, harem, whatever people are calling them. We were there during the first time through that mayhem in the early 90s, MC Hammer, all of that stuff. And we loved them, we thought they were so cool, so my mom made us like a dozen
We go to
pairs.
Fabric Land and pick out all our favorite fabrics.
It was like, and I had a pair of black ones with actually like weirdly kind of girly, but all these sort of like fairly abstract roses all over them, and I wanted to wear those basically every day. They were the coolest pants. But my mom, it was so great. We didn't hate it. We didn't want the stuff from the store. We were really excited that my mom made them. We felt really proud of them. We would tell everybody that our mom made us our hammer pants in the 90s.
We splurged this year and bought a pair of leather pants when we were putting together all of our wardrobe for touring and press and for this record cycle, and we've probably worn them 3 times. They're really comfortable. I feel great. I actually wore them yesterday, funnily enough, and the whole day I was walking around and I was like, I'm wearing leather pants. But then, yeah, I don't know. Then I took them off last night and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna keep these. Like, it's like, but leather's weird. Like,
It's a real it's one thing to wear a leather jacket. It's a whole thing to wear leather pants. Like I immediately just think Guns N' Roses or like high-heeled boots. You know,
yeah.
it's a commitment.